The doors to the hall open slowly, and the room quickly floods with the rich and noble. They place themselves behind their seats, standing and waiting for King Eldon to speak. He would sit at the end of the hall with his daughter Bliss and brother Jarun by his side. He stands.
I am both proud and humbled seeing all you who have come to feast with me today in praise of our guardian. Now please take a seat and we shall begin.
Everyone applauds before taking their seat, only doing so after the king. He leans over to Bliss, who sits smiling at all the guests.
Where is your brother?
I heard he's bringing some friends,
she says with a smile as Eldon sits back. Jarun is revealed looking less pleased about what he heard. Down the hallway from the hall sits Andur and Olvar waiting outside of a room.
Come on, Helda, we're collecting dust out here.
If you say anything else to stress me more than I already am, I will come out there and kick your jaw out of place.
Andur grabs Olvar's head and jaw, but it is pushed away by Olvar.
Hey, let go of me, you idiot. She's not actually gonna do it.
I've never seen her like this, so I'm not taking any chances.
The door opens, and Andur jumps back over Olvar, grabbing his jaw again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Andor!
He tries to get Andur off him, but is too distracted looking at Helda in a beautiful purple dress, patterned with dark flowers and golden jewel.
We should go. They're waiting.
They can wait a little longer, for I have never seen anyone so beautiful.
Helda begins to blush, while Andur stands frozen like a tree until Olvar interrupts them.
Yeah, I love you both, but there's ale in the hall, and I ain't waiting any longer.
Andur takes her hand, and together they follow Olvar towards the hall. 2 guards appear, blocking the entrance.
Stand down. They're with me.
Jarun comes from behind the guards.
Are they? This is a feast for our guardian, and last time I checked, they worship bears and eagles.
They're my friends. So if they are not allowed, I will not attend either.
Don't you dare speak such words, boy. You can bring the girl, but nobody else. Now get in there before you embarrass your father,
Jarun says, while walking back into the crowd. They turn to Olvar, who stands, scratching his head.
I'm sorry.
You know, I just remembered I had a barrel of ale waiting at home right by my bear and eagle totem. So you just go ahead and just enjoy the feast, you know.
He starts walking back out, while Andur and Helda walk into the hall where there is dance and music. Bliss sees them coming, and so runs over to them.
I see my brother got lucky. I heard so much about you, Helda. I'm Bliss, Andur's sister.
My princess. Truly glad to finally meet you. I'm just so new to all this. Excuse me if I act strange.
Don't you worry. You two just focus on you, because trust me, everyone else here is too focused on themselves anyway.
And what about you, sweet sister? No companions to the feast?
Not yet.
She says with a smile, and goes back to dancing among the others. The attention goes back to each other, smiling at the dance floor, and King Eldon sitting smiling from his table. But Jarun is absent. Rosargo and his father stand back behind Eldon and Bliss, and they come to sit at the back of the table. Rosargo notices her sneaking glimpses of him now and then. He starts looking over his armour, as if he spots anything unusual about it, but sees nothing. He clears his throat.
Is there something wrong, my lady?
I was just wondering who you were. I have not seen you around here before.
I am the son of Lord Commander Loran. Recently, he granted me work within the army to help pay for my sick mother.
That is very sweet of you to help your mother like that.
If I left her, she'd be by herself. No good son would ever do that to his mother.
Of course. You wanna dance?
Rosargo is surprised by her question and looks to his father with uncertainty, as if he would even be allowed to enjoy the feast. Loran chuckles and turns to King Eldon.
What do you say, my king? Would you allow my son to dance with the princess?
Go now, children, have fun.
Rosargo follows Bliss out onto the dance floor, where he puts her arms around her, looking into her eyes before they move to the soft calming music. Helda, Andur, Bliss and Rosargo can all be seen dancing amongst the others. They all seem lost in each other, and then anything happening around them. Outside the castle gate sits Olvar with an ale in his hand, looking out towards the empty streets, waiting for Andur and Helda. The 2 guards come out from behind some buildings, coming towards him. He stands and backs off slowly.
Whoa, okay, calm yourself. I'll go back to the district.
They grab him and pin him against the gate. Jarun Highwind comes out of the gate as soon as this happens.
I will say this once, and you better listen. you will stop tainting my nephew's mind and stay away from him.
And if not...
Well, let's say I will personally make sure there will be no district for your people to live in, at the mercy of those creatures out there.
And what if he contacts me?
Then you will cast him away. Figure it out.
Olvar puts his hand on his now sore shoulder before Jarun indicates for him to leave. Him and the guards walk back inside to rejoin the feast. Olvar walks down the empty street, alone, while Jarun joins his brother at the end of the table watching the festivities.
Where have you been?
I just took care of an issue before it became a nuisance.
Now, why does that worry me?
Out on the dance floor, Andur and Helda share their first kiss while Bliss seems to be getting closer to Rosargo. Helda would join Andur to his chambers that night.